Hey guys, how's it going? My name is Blaze and welcome back to Material Energy 5. In the last episode, we finished up the first spatial storage area and came to this one, which is the Rare Beast Safari, aka a zoo. And we have more work to do in there, but before I do, between episodes, I've been working pretty hard. Well, sorta. I've been doing a little bit of stuff. Made a bunch of charcoal. To make my life a little bit easier, we had a wooden lumber axe that we got from a reward at some point, a random loot chest, and you know, being a wooden lumber axe is pretty awful. But if we add a basalt broad axe head to it, its mining speed actually goes up from 3.19 to 3.34. Durability is over doubled, and it gets the softy trait. But all things considered, this is going to be a little bit easier for me to use in the greenhouse area, which is where I've been working on the most currently. Got to actually stand on the thing. As you can see, things look a little bit different. I've got cactus farming. I've got jungle wood here. I've got wheat. This is reserved for probably beets once we get to that point. We've got melons farming, we got our carrots and potatoes, and up above we still have our tree farm, which is why we wanted the axe. This is how we're going to be getting charcoal. We're going to try to use charcoal for the most part. Also, this has a roof, and underneath these, there is glass that's a block underneath this light green glass. There's clear glass underneath there, so we can kind of go down there, but we don't really have much reason to. There might be secrets down there, who knows, but we'll find that kind of stuff later. With all that being said, we have plenty of charcoal for torches now, which is what I mostly wanted. And before we go adventuring, we're going to go back to the Alchemy Hub because I want to try to get the Grains of Infinity. So one of the quests that we had last time was getting 2 Grains of Infinity, which are 3 stacks each of oxygen, hydrogen, and carbon. So we're going to see if we can't get that. And I think we're going to need power, and I'm not entirely sure how to do that. If I put sticks in there, does it work? Okay. Yes, it does. That worked pretty nicely. Okay, so apparently we just put burnables in there and we can get more stuff. So chemical combiner, we need oxygen, carbon, hydrogen. So we need more hydrogen, so let's get some more cellulose. I didn't realize that was going to be how everything worked, but I'm okay with that. So let's get more stuff. That just means that I can farm trees, get charcoal, and get plenty of power. And everything should be nice. So theoretically, we put the rest of the hydrogen in there, and it's like this. There is our first Grains of Infinity. So oxygen, I've already forgotten, it's hydrogen second, and then carbon. So we just need a little bit more oxygen, which makes sense. Oxygen is the thing we're getting the least of. Not by much, but it is what we're getting the least of from the cellulose. And we just need a little bit more oxygen. Is this enough? No. Alright, so what's a good way to get oxygen? Kind of just from oxygen. I mean, it's in a lot of different compounds, so if we have some compounds, would be good. Water would be good. That would give us a lot of hydrogen as well. But I think probably, I wonder if, can I not see? Okay, there is some of it. What I'm looking for is apples. Apples can be dissolved into, oh, it's sucrose, not malic acid anymore. Okay, Fun fact, apples actually have acid in them. That's what makes them sort of tart, and it's specifically malic acid. But sucrose could be probably the best. So let's go back to the observatory. Let's grab some charcoal. Not much, just a couple pieces will be enough. And let's grab a couple apples. Actually, let's grab some cookies. Because cookies are going to give us copper as well as sucrose. So that is two things that we need. So might as well do it that way. Let's go back to the alchemy lab. And what's the quest for the copper? 32. Alright, so insert fuel. It all went in, and this all got powered. So theoretically, we just put in a bunch of cookies, and there is a bunch of copper. And the sucrose we can break down into other things. But that should give us the grains of infinity. And we have both of them now. Cool. So that is 2 quests completed. We get an uncommon reward for the copper. And for this one, it's going to go back to other things. So we can now start making basic capacitors. And this is an interesting thing because it's just going to be a little bit of copper. So I think we can handle that. Let's go ahead and do that. We also, the interesting thing is that we had actually gotten a bunch of stone rods, which is what we need. So let's put the grains of infinity in there. Let's break down a little bit of this copper. We need a copper gear. And then capacitor. We should be able to make a basic capacitor. No problem. Let's actually use the ugly, no offense metallurgy, but I don't like that texture of the ingots as well. But there is the basic capacitor, and that is a quest completed. Basically, it's a capacitor. It's a basic capacitor. With these little components stop RF from simply surging through a circuit and allows complex machines to be, well, complex. So it's wise to create a buffer battery for your energy. Finding iron might be difficult, but despite only being human, I believe in you. So we'll need to get one of these. Energy conduits. Unlock solar power. You will need to move that energy around once you start producing it. And obtain flint. Flint can be used in a sag mill to get other stuff. Now we should have flint already. And do we have any of the conduits yet? No. But we have the flint, so we'll get a basic reward. And I think we could probably make a lot of this stuff. We don't have that much copper, but we can get a little bit more. So in order to let's see, basic capacitor bank is what it wants us to make, as well as conduits, the basic energy conduits. Now the only thing that's going to be difficult with that is the conduit binder, but that's not even that hard. So let's go ahead and get some copper smelting up. Let's go ahead and open these guys up. Basic rewards, carbon, and a rusted blade. Attack is 5. It is slightly better. It is slightly better in all aspects. Okay. I guess we're going to upgrade our sword. And uncommon rewards, phosphorus, and flint and igneous. So flint and steel, but not... Alright, so... we're going to apparently do some questing before we do too much else. Run to the alchemy lab, drop this stuff off. We'll get good storage for that later. But for now, I would like to unlock solar power because that would probably be good. So, the energy conduits, we just need a little bit of this stuff. We don't have any gravel, and we don't have any clay. Okay, we might be able to get it from in there. So, I guess, let's put that away. And we're going to need that. Okay, so we have iron. We do have the iron to make the basic capacitor bank. And we have the redstone as well. So we just need 3. Well, we need 4 more of these. So 1, 2, 3. And we just need a little bit of copper. So we want to make an extra one of these. Because we're going to need it for other things. But there is the basic capacitor bank, which gives us the basic reward, which gave us another old reliable. Not bad. And we'll go ahead and put this in here for right now. We will use that soon enough. But we need clay and the other thing. We need clay and we need gravel. So we'll have to keep an eye out for that. Worst case scenario, we can go back to the first area and probably get it. Paint mixers, we'll just pick those up. Because there's apparently a cow spawn egg somewhere around here. And that is something that, it's got to be in here, right? Let's take the pistons. Pistons actually can be useful. I half expected to see a chest there. I guess we could just pick up all this stuff. That is an iron buffer. That has stuff in it. See what I told? I said this in the very first episode. The Material Energy series is very notorious, I guess. At least to me, it's very notorious for having secrets everywhere. This is one of those things. In the first one, Material Energy Cubed, it used carpentry safes, which was a forestry thing that you could make look like other things. But yeah, we need to be mindful of that. The other thing we should probably do, I want to ride that roller coaster thing. Let's get rid of some stuff. And you know what? Let's put a chest down, because we have plenty of those now. Let's just get a basic chest. And we're going to use this to just place in things like the reward boxes, so that we can open them later. Alright, so I want to ride the roller coaster. I want to secure that area a little bit better. And then we have a couple other things that we need to do. Most importantly, probably, is trying to get clay, which I think I know how we can get clay. But is there a button or anything? This is probably not the best of ideas. Well, hello there. There is a chest here with a bunch of copper, a bunch of coal, and some uncommon stuff. Cool. And apparently that doesn't work. But there's darkness up here that I want to get rid of. And I wanted to get rid of the darkness up there. Apparently there's also darkness in the sandy area. And there's a creeper there. So, okay. We got some cool rewards, though. That's all that matters. Let's eat. Let's heal back up. There's apparently a lot of darkness, but because there's so much stuff underneath that is spawning, there's not too much spawns up here. That doesn't look like it has any sort of clay or gravel. Okay, that creeper is just kind of up there. Alright, let's go over here to this like storage facility area. Let's just break this wall. Be easier. And I wonder if there is a cow spawn egg in here. Probably. There's a lot of stuff. So we're just going to break all these chests again. We're going to continue doing this. And we just got something, I thought. I'm going to stand back so we can see what drops out of them. And presumably there's probably a cow over here. Otherwise, it's going to be in the facility that's underneath all this. In which case, we'll get there soon enough. But we're probably going to have to reload the last area if we want to collect some clay and our axe broke. Alright, let's make an axe. Let's make a good axe. And we can also drop everything off. Because that's probably a good idea. So these guys go in here. What can we make? So let's just drop all this stuff in here. And do we have any axes? No. So I guess let's just make a hatchet, I guess technically is what it would be considered. To make that, we need binding and a tool rod, which we might have some of those. I mean, we could just use wooden binding. That would be fine. I keep wanting to scroll wheel, and that doesn't work in this thing. Let's see. Paper tool rod. Don't really want to use that. Basalt binding. Sure, that'll work. And I don't want to use wood for the tools. So, other than the tool rod, could be wood. We do have a magical wood tool rod. That would work. Don't really want to use a paper, because that's going to make the durability bad. Sure, let's use that. And then what we can do is make a stone axe. And theoretically make a halfway decent stone pickaxe, or stone hatchet, rather. Okay. Anything else that we need to do real quick? No, don't think so. Let's look at that quest real quick. The near the entrance of this dimension. So theoretically, it is over here. We can't mine that. That's a wooden door. Alright, that is not what I expected. But that makes me wonder. Also, I wonder if this is any secrets. No, this all looks like just normal weird cars in Minecraft. Minecraft cars always look weird. Okay, so there's a creeper over there now. I guess before this area gets dangerous, let's go ahead and light this up. Does this room look as big as it is on the outside? Yes. Yes, it does. Looks like the same size. Okay, so we don't have to worry about that. There is a creeper here for some reason. Don't explode. Thank you. I actually don't know if the creeper exploding would do much of anything. Just because of kind of the nature of how this has all been so far. We can't actually mine these. So there's a good chance that potentially the creeper would not actually explode. Let's go ahead and break those. We do need to get there's the cow. And some fences. That is convenient. That is a light. I want to light, make sure this area is decently well lit. There is gravel here. And that is reinforced obsidian. Alright. So we don't need that much gravel. But we do need to get some clay. And the other thing we needed was 8 each of the flowers. So we'll just try to get those. Worst case scenario, we could actually... all the rabbits are out. That's unfortunate. We could also grab some dirt if we really wanted to. So where are we at with these? There's the yellows, and there's the reds. Alright, we're just gonna put that back. And let's see what all this is. So we're gonna get some bone meal. And user, I want you to grind up some of that vibrant foliage. It pops from time to time. Once you have a paste, you can begin extracting the useful... okay, so turn them into dyes. And then we can get stuff from it. Apparently we can get sulfur from dandelion. They smell great until you dissolve them. With the dissolver, you can collect sulfur from dandelions. And are poppies that heavy? User, not a lot of humans know that poppies contain lead. Destroy them into the dissolver. Alright. We also get the cow rewards. There's more than one way to skin a cow. Possibilities include slaughter livestock, make use of the chemical dissolver, or dangle meat from a drying rack. Sugar can be used to tantalize human taste buds and produce potent potions. So we need sugar and condensed milk. The chemical calcium is only one of the elements we may obtain with these primal tubes. Okay, so there's things we can do. And I want to break into here for a couple reasons. One, there is fish. Wasn't expecting that, but I was expecting something. This is all packed ice, so torches don't matter too much. And there is obviously a polar bear, which we're gonna let him be. Let's go ahead and replace the glass. Alright, this is a slime area. There might be blue slimes in there eventually. And there's a witch up there now. I do want to go ahead and light this all up. I wonder if there's any hidden chests. There might be. And I also want to light... ow. That was really rude. I also want to light this up. Because we keep getting things spawning. Interesting. There is secrets. We're also dying. Not good. Okay. So, I guess... this is very annoying. Especially because it's going to use up all our food. Let's back up for a bit. Let's go back to the station. I don't want to recover... Oh, the heartbeat is weird. I don't want to recover until we're done being poisoned. But I guess we can go ahead and put some stuff in here. We're going to want to keep that spawn cow eventually. Same with this stuff. And the sugar. Oh, we got that from the witch. We need to eat more. And just dump all that stuff away. The gravel as well. So presumably there is some clay in the first area. I don't know for sure, but I think it's about time we make a little bit of an adventure. We do have 1 leather. How many leather do we need? We need 3. And we can get it from drying racks with any sort of meat, including fish. We also have some fish jerky, so we could eat that. decent food. We just got a bunch of fish. So we could easily cook this. And then get a couple of them on drying racks. And we'll go ahead and just put drying racks here. So just 2 of them. And then by the time we're done with everything, those should turn to leather. So that will work nicely. We just need 6 sugar. Obviously sugar cane is like the best thing. And we could make that with sucrose and... you know what? Let's just go ahead and do that while the fish are cooking, because the fish might be a good food source for right now. Let's jump over to the alchemy lab, and we do have access to this crafting. I keep forgetting about that, but a cellulose and a sucrose will make... Okay, a cellulose and a sucrose, right? Sugar cane. Chemical combiner. It is the second ones. Okay. So pause so it doesn't try to do anything. And there we go. That's a little bit annoying to use, but oh well. So with that, we should be able to jump back to the greenhouse. And we're going to need water, which we have a bucket. We're going to need some sort of grass or dirt. You know, let's just go back to the alchemy lab. Do we have much dirt? We have 1. I guess we could just use sand for right now. And I guess we'll just do this over here. So how do we want to do this? You can see what I was talking about earlier with how, or was that last episode? There is a glass layer in between. And was that earlier? I don't remember. We can do something like this. And keep things looking kind of the same. And you know, that's not even going to work. So we're going to have to break that one. Put sand down. And water. Put that back where it goes. And then sugarcane. And then that will eventually grow and we'll get more sugarcane. And then everything will be great. So we should be able to just take those. Perfect. Alright, let's go back and let's at least look into the next area. We are getting kind of close to the end of the episode. But we can at least look into where we need to go. And that is this entrance to the facility. And I have a funny feeling the facility is awful. It sounded awful so far. But we just need to go all the way around. And eventually we'll probably try to get some of these animals. I don't know if the rabbits are going to be super useful, but they might be. But definitely we're going to, you know, get the sand out of there. And it looks like there's slimy dirt in there. But access card is required. How do I use it though? Apparently we just do that. Okay. And I'll leave that. Never mind. This should be the entrance to the facility. Cool. So that is the quest. No rewards. But next, search the lab level 2 access card. I do not trust things down here. But we're just gonna go for it. And these rooms are dark. So we can just block this stuff off. Murder some creepers. And then we can kind of systematically, search all that. And this is the level 2. So what did it say about... there may be other security protocols to bypass. Alright, so I think it's mostly just going to be... That is a spawner. With decently powerful zombies. Ow. Okay, baby zombies are bad for my health. Let's block the bottoms off as well. And these are all computers. We'll just light up this area. And some Tinker's chests. Why not? And we should probably just break this spawner. I don't think we need to care about otherwise. But everything seems just fine in here now. I hear some angry wolves. That is a little bit terrifying. We should probably eat. Let's get the cooked fish. And there is definitely a lot of stuff in all these. So, this episode is getting to the point where we need to go ahead and wrap up. So, let's get out of here. And we will go over to the, back to the base. And we'll open up all of our different things that we have. And go from there. So between episodes, one thing I am going to do is I'm going to figure out where to put the cow. That seems like an important thing, and that's something I'm going to do. So that is a thing. I also am going to look into seeing if... we probably don't need that anymore. I'm going to look into seeing if we can get some clay from the first area. And these are almost done, so hopefully they're done by the time we are done opening stuff. I'll see if there is anything in the first area so that we can get some clay, so that we can make the energy conduits, which we are actually going to have to make 2 recipes worth of that. So I'll probably need to get some more copper, because I don't... we actually could go ahead and make another... Oh, you can't mix and match? There's another capacitor, so we should be able to make 2 sets of those. We just need the binder, which I'm going to need to get some more sand as well, which is not a problem. There's plenty of sand in the first area. I do remember that, but we'll get that all taken care of, and hopefully we can go from there. So let's get all of these. I guess let's do the Tinker's rewards first. Lots of basalt things. I don't really care about these because none of them have been all that great so far. But eventually we'll probably get some good parts, and then I will care a lot more. But boron, copper shovel, and a chest with NBT data. It's another chainmail set. Okay. Always got to check though. But we do have 9 uncommon rewards. Another watering can, silver armor, feather falling 2. Okay, that is a lot better boots wise. Full set gives you jump boost. Interesting. So those are good. Cooked pork chops, basic capacitors, lamp, melon, sodium, compressed cobblestone. I'm hard of shearing. Okay. Okay. Let's go ahead and put all this stuff back. We got some capacitors. That's actually really nice. And in general, I think the best thing we got was, I mean, the silver armor is pretty cool, but getting the oh, whatchamacallit, the cobblestone is actually really nice. So we don't have to worry about blocks as much. Now, we could just replace all this, but I think what we're going to do, I don't actually want jump boost. And so we're going to just replace the feet so we have feather falling. And we also have our leather. So we should be able to finish that quest. And we'll get another basic reward, which gives us a magic shovel. Oh, hey, that's really useful. This is an excavator, which is basically, so if you want to mine a bunch of things at once, use a hammer, as opposed to a pickaxe. If you want to chop down entire trees, instead of using the stone hatchet, you use the lumber axes like we have been over there. If you want to dig a lot of things, you don't use a shovel, you use an excavator. And that's what this magic shovel is. It's an excavator. It's unbreakable. So that is really good. And even more so is we can eventually get a good shovel head. So what is it called? Excavator head. And it'll be fast. So that is an amazing reward, actually. So that is going to be it for today's episode. I hope you guys enjoyed it. We need to go get clay so that we can finish up this quest and start collecting energy from the solar power, because I have a funny feeling I can't break that. Yeah. So, yeah, we'll hook things up into that later, but we need to get clay first and sand, obviously, and then we're going to come back here and finish up this area, hopefully, or at least make more progress through it. So I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. It was a lot of fun, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye!